Hi guys, so welcome to this YouTube channel, Python and Data Science with Pablo, and today we are in the statistics playlist where we are learning statistics with Python for data science, and we're doing basic stuff, right? And today we're going to be talking about standard deviation, and it's important that we make sense of standard deviation and the intuition behind standard deviation. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to define standard deviation like I was a statistician, right? So standard deviation in simple terms tells you how spread out, the numbers in a data set are around the mean. The numbers in a data set are spread out around the mean. So yes, numbers in a data set are spread out around the mean. Right, so now what does this mean, basically? Now, to make sense of it, we've heard the term mean, right? And if we look at our data set here, we have the data affairs data set, and if we look at the first 5 rows, this is the first 5 rows, we will see that there is a column called age, right? Now, we want to know what's the mean or the average. We want to know the average age, and which is pretty simple. We'll basically take data affairs, we index age, then we put dot mean, and then we find that out. And it tells us that it is 32, right? If we come back, because we have had a video where we did, we looked at descriptive statistics, you can see it's the same thing, right? Now, the question here is, how spread out are these individual age distributions, elements we have here to 32? How spread out are they? Right, so that's what standard deviation aims to find. How spread out are they? It's like there's a bunch of scores, and we want to know the mean of the scores or the average of the scores, but we want to know how everybody's score gets closer to the mean or away from the mean. So now what we want to do is find out how this average age, because it's not everybody, you can see someone is 57 years old here. How does that connect to this? Now, to do that, you would use it has many steps, right? But with Python makes statistical steps really easy. To find a standard deviation in Python, you would first, rather in statistics, you would do the first thing is to find the mean. The second would be to subtract the mean and square the result. So here you would subtract the mean and square the result. The third step would be to find the mean of those squared differences. So we've seen this, you subtract the mean, then you square the result, then you find the mean of those squared differences. So you find the mean, because you're looking at the mean, so it's just like individual. You just pick up every age, right, and you add all of them, find the mean. The next thing you now pick up, you subtract the mean and square the result for each score. So, or square the result for each age. So you subtract the mean and square the result for each age. We're looking for each age. Then we find the mean of those square differences. So we find the mean of, this squared differences, which is what we did in 2, right? Then we take the square root of that. Then finally, we take the square root, of the mean of those square differences. So find the square root of 3, which is number 3 over here. But with statistics, it becomes really simple, right? What we're just going to do is we are going to say data affairs, and I can as well, just like this, I could call this average AVG underscore age. So we see that it's here. Right, and then we can choose to print, and I use the F string here. Then I print average age is, and I put it in here, and I just write AVG age. So that's what we have here. So we know that the average age is this. So now we come here and want to say the standard deviation of age underscore age is going to be really simple, and we put the STD here, and that we can now print that the standard deviation of age is, and we use STD age, and then we can see that the standard deviation is 9.2 or 9.3. So now this is how spread out this age, you see these age differences are. Now in the next video we're going to look at what standard deviation is, and we're going to say, okay, what does this actually mean generally? Now we know how it works, but what does that actually mean? So we're going to look at that in the next video, and we're going to try to make sense of that. So here you can tell standard deviation tells how spread out the numbers in a data set are, how they are around the mean. Around the mean, and we already have a data set. You can see we're looking at age, and we can see that we have the average age, which is 32. Now we showed you how you normally find the standard deviation if you're just going to be using the basic statistical steps. Then we also found the standard deviation here. Let me document. And then that. So in the next video, we're going to take a step closer, or to having a good intuition of what's there.